My mum was using a glass chopping board with a missing foot, and putting aside my feelings about knives on glass, that seemed like a bad idea, so I offered to make her a new one. She gave me the chopping board in question, both as a size reference and because she said she liked the design of it, and would like to keep it on the reverse of the board that I made her.
I had a little bit of Iroko left over from the legs I made for my desk drawers. So I measured it up and worked out that I needed to make a 7x7 grid from it to make an end grain board the size of the glass one. I set a depth stop on my cross-cutting sled and cut myself 7 even pieces. Then realised gluing this up would be a good use of the metal chipboard I was about to throw out. I shuffled my staves around so the pattern would be more organic, then glued it all together and clamped it into a melamine sandwich to try and get it all as straight as possible. After half an hour I scraped off some of the excess glue, then the next morning sanded off what was left to try and get as flat a surface as possible. I measured this block up and set another depth stop to divide it into 7 pieces again. Then tried to get all the edges as straight as possible again before the next glue up. I shuffled the pieces up again and glued them once more, then left it overnight to dry again. Undoing my clamps showed that this glue up wasn't as straight as the first one, which was a pity because this was much harder to deal with. I gave it a pretty aggressive sanding and managed to get it smooth at least, before trying to get it flat as well. I eventually got it to a place where I thought it was acceptable, so I trimmed the edges down to size, then gave the corners a round over to match the glass board. I popped the remaining 3 feet off the glass board, then tried to relieve the workshop of as much stray dust as possible. Then gave it a clean with some acetone, before masking off the edges ready to glue the glass on the top. I wasn't really sure how much the masking tape was going to help me when I epoxied the glass onto the worst face of my Iroko board, but I left it to dry for another day before I found out. I took the tape off and it did need a little scraping away with a sharp chisel, but it proved to be worth adding as none of the glue absorbed into or stained the edge of the wood. I tried to clean up afterwards and Frisbee came to say her piece to the air compressor. Gluing the glass onto it kind of went against my better judgment, and that was proved out because the whole thing seemed even more warped now. I continued to try and sand the wooden side out, improvising a large sanding surface that mostly just seemed to take a little off the corners. Without the budget for a drum sander, I think I got this as good as I can get it, which isn't really saying much. I cleaned it off again before giving it a good coat of food-safe mineral oil. I feel mixed about this now it's done. I think my wooden side looks quite nice, but neither side seems convincingly flat to me. I don't even get how the glass side is so bad. As ever though, it's good to be out in the workshop accomplishing something, even if it didn't turn out as well as I hoped. Thanks for watching.